Yeah, go get the strap. Yeah, go get the strap. Yeah, go get the.
What's going on, guys? Elisha here. Welcome back to God. I'm back in New York. California was amazing. Los Angeles is one of my favorite cities. Like it was dope all around. I'm still in the mood right now, in the Hollywood mood. But football is officially full-fledged back. Every single league has started. Bundesliga, Serie A, Ligue 1, La Liga, Premier League. Everything is in right now, so we got a lot to talk about. Who's up, who's not, who's hot, who's cold. Let's get right into this. First off, we're talking La Liga. Real Madrid, who were in a bit of hot fire in the beginning. They started off losing 1-0 to Girona, but they picked the pace up a little bit as the game went on. You know, they had some of the stars on the bench, Modric, Varane, and I guess they were kind of underestimated Girona a little bit since they put all these guys on a bench and they ended up conceding early, but they got a penalty and then ball started rolling and they ended up winning 4-0, and again, Gareth Bale scored. And it seems like he's hot right now. He's in form, not injured. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say the I word because I really, even as a Barca fan, would not like to see Gareth Bale be in. If he's healthy, he will be a problem on a score sheet, on the assist sheet, everything. He will be definitely a big problem in La Liga and for all these teams and in the Champions League. And he has a great supporting cast. Real Madrid is a solid team. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with this season. I can't wait to see it. Bale, do your thing. Stay healthy. Stop breaking yourself and do your thing. And now we move on to Barcelona with a not so convincing win against Valladolid, 1-0 from Ousmane Dembele. Remember when people were saying, oh, Dembele is overrated. Oh, he is overpriced. Oh, he's not going to be as good as we thought they were. Well, look at him now, saving Barca, saving them. All right? 1-0, goal from Dembele, and in the end, Valladolid got a goal in. But guess what? VAR saved Barca. It turns out the goal was offside, and it was clearly offside if you watch the replay. That's the game now. This is the future of football, and as it progresses, as every other league in the whole world gets with the program and introduces VAR, that's how it's going to be. I think it's going to make the game a lot more fair. It seems like the more they're using it, it seems like it's less of a burden. Like we thought it was going to be terrible and it's going to stop the momentum of the game, but it hasn't really done that so far. I'm all for it. Right now, VAR, I like. But before we move on for La Liga, it seems like Vinicius Jr., you know, the young 18-year-old Brazilian that just came from Flamengo into Real Madrid, is now being told that maybe he isn't ready for the first team and he has to play in the second division or the second teams for Real Madrid. And we've seen him in training. We've seen what he can do in Flamengo. It's no different than Robinho or Pato and Neymar most recently. Like, these guys come from their Brazilian teams, and Gabriel Jesus also, they come to Europe very, very young. Like, if you can buy him, that means you think he's ready. You can't just say now that he's with the team, oh no, he's not ready, he needs a little bit more time. I definitely think in January, Vinicius, if he's not going to play for the first team in Real, and I don't think that the coach's mind is going to change that much by then, in January, during that transfer window, he should definitely looking to be leaving and go to a team where he'll actually play, well, he'll be appreciated. And now let's move on to Serie A. And at the end of match day 2, Spal, surprise, surprise, Napoli and Juventus all have 6 points. Top 3 teams in the Serie A right now. Juventus, again, of course, got their win, but Ronaldo failed to score, and he was really, really close. Really, really close. He actually stopped himself from scoring his first goal.
Here's Cancelo. Lovely ball towards Ronaldo. Mandzukic is there.
But it happens. He'll get it anyways. He's been playing decently, and him stopping himself from scoring actually ended up being an assist. But we know he's going to score anyways. It's just a matter of time. And now moving on to Ligue 1. PSG beat Angers, not Angers, not Angers. Angers 3-1. And the front three, Neymar, Cavani, and Mbappe, all got their goals in. Clean win, good win, as always. And surprisingly, Dijon is the only other team like PSG who has 9 points in Ligue 1. Maybe we have kind of a Leicester thing going on. I mean, it's just the third game. I know, I've said it so many times. This is the beginning of the season. Let's not just jump to conclusions too early. But they're up there with PSG. They have 9 points. Monaco only has 4, and they're usually the biggest competitors. Marseille and them are, putting on the pressure. So who knows? There might actually be a little surprise this year, and they might give PSG a run for their money. That's what we like to see. That's what I want to see. Teams actually competing, making the league really tough for the favorites like the Bayerns and them in the Bundesliga, which we're going to talk about really soon. It makes it a lot more entertaining for the fans. It makes it a lot better for the culture of the game when there isn't like a hierarchy in a league and you don't know who's going to win the next season or not. And the Bundesliga has started. Yes, the German league is back. Yes, it's back. And as always, Bayern Munich doing what they do best, winning their game 3-1. They got their 3 points. Dortmund, who started off losing to Leipzig 1-0, picked up the pace again a little bit. It's kind of scary at the beginning because when it's the first game of the season and you're losing 1-0 and you're thinking, it's just the same thing again. Now, Dortmund, who everybody is hoping can finally dethrone Bayern, are just screwing up once again. But no, they said, nah, this is a different year. 1-0, that's nothing. If they can score 1, we can score 4. And that's exactly what they did. They scored 4 goals back to back. They scored 3 goals. Actually, one of the goals was an own goal. But they won 4-1. They got their 3 points. And because they have 1 more goal than Bayern in the first game, they're at the top of the league now. And hopefully, not to be biased, hopefully they can keep this form going for the rest of the season. It's not that I want Bayern to lose, but I want it to be interesting. You want it to be interesting. Don't lie. Yes, you do. Who wants to see the same team winning every single year? That's the problem. This is why the Premier League is so unpredictable. This is why people say it's the most entertaining league in the world. Because every year you don't know who's going to win the Premier League. You don't know. You kind of have an idea. You're thinking, oh, it's probably this team because they were so good last year or whatever. But look at what happened to Chelsea a few years ago. Look at it. It's not assured every season that one person's going to win. You look at La Liga, you're like, oh, Barca or Real or maybe Atletico are going to win it. Even though you have the Valencias and the Villarreals and all those teams that are really strong, but you pretty much know who's going to win those. So we like to see the competitiveness, okay? So this year, hopefully Dortmund, hopefully, the Hoffenheims and the Wolfsburg can really, really challenge for this title.
Challenge for it, come on.
We need y'all to put in some work, Bundesliga teams, come on. And speaking of the most entertaining league in the world, Manchester City, last year's champions, draw 1-1 with Wolverhampton Wolves. Come on. They just moved up from the championship into the Premier League this year, and they're already drawing 1-1 with Manchester City. Come on. That's what we talk about. That's what we want to see. And the team that's been having a rough start, Arsenal, finally got their 3 points. They beat West Ham 3-1. Finally, Unai Emery can breathe a little bit. Okay, they got 1 out of 3. All right, that's not out of character for Arsenal anyways, but they got the 3 points, and you can breathe now. You can be like, all right, we got 1. Okay, we got 1. Whew. Now let's try to take this one game by game. Let's take the positives from this game. Let's take the negatives. Let's see how we can work on that. Watch some films, get some rest, really go hard in training, and get ready for that next game. That's it. And the team that's still killing it after 3 games, who has their 9 points, Liverpool winning 1-0 against Brighton, and Liverpool still hasn't conceded. Yes, Alisson's doing his thing, Van Dijk doing his thing. That defense is solid. That defense is really solid, and I don't want to get ahead of myself again. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this has been a real problem for Liverpool during the past years. That defense is always, ever since Klopp came in, They've had this mentality of, you're going to score 2 goals, you're going to score 3 goals, we're going to score 4 or 5. We're going to outscore you. And sometimes when that doesn't happen, their defense can't really support them like that. So they end up slipping up and they end up, falling short. Those 1-0 wins really matter at the end of the season. Those are rough 3 points to get, especially when you have an offensive force like Liverpool does and you only get 1 goal past Brighton. Not conceding is so important. So that defense, if it stays like this, if it consistently, solidifies and even gets better throughout the season, I'm not going to say it. I've said it before, but I'm not going to say it. But you know what it is. You already know what it is. But then again, Watford has 9 points also. Football. Premier League. That's all I can say. Premier League. That's it. Most entertaining league in the world, where Watford actually has 9 points after 3 games beginning of the Premier League. And that's why we love it. That's why we love it. It's so unpredictable. We don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? Maybe Takashi will be coaching Manchester United next week. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, it's been an exciting week in football, actually being able to watch so many games and not, fishing for what's on right now. There's an abundance of games on right now. We couldn't ask for much more. Also, later in September, you already know FIFA is dropping. You can pre-order it now. There's the standard version, Champions version, all different type of stuff. So it's all in your hands, whatever you want. With that being said, though, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Down there, subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like. If you didn't, drop a dislike, but make sure you let me know why in the comments below. Also, check out the social media in the description. Also, check out the music using the intro and the outro. And I'll see you guys next time on Goal. Peace.